Welcome back. If you're here, you probably saw the title and thought, this guy is going to teach me how to punch. And you'd be right and fundamentally wrong. This isn't about physical combat, this is about movement speed. Specifically how to use the default item, your actual organic fist. For context, most players treat the fist slot like a placeholder. They consider it bad because it's a free melee. That is a mistake. Your fist is not a weapon, it is a movement accelerator. We're going to dissect this into 3 mandatory steps. We start with the fundamentals. The first thing you need is an ergonomic optimization. I recommend setting the hotkey for your quick melee in the settings to something accessible. I recommend the highly not complicated shift key so you can deploy the maneuver without any unnecessary delay. Speed is everything here. You wouldn't use the radio to learn football techniques or read a book about it. You'd go into the field and practice. I know, very useful example. And you shouldn't rely on scrolling through your inventory to equip your primary or melee. Now let's talk about the methods. Your standard weapon, let's say the AR, reduces your speed by 10%. This is a standard drag. When you equip the fist, they grant you an invisible 5% speed boost. This is an immediate 15% optimization in mobility right there. We are already winning before the match even starts. The entire logic of using the fist is to trick the game into thinking you are a lot faster than you actually are. This is called the momentum exploitation protocol, or a cool name for aura, or what the no-clip community calls slide cancelling. Here's the breakdown. When you slide and jump, the game momentarily forgets to apply the 10% penalty. Now, to incorporate fist, you must execute the slide and quick melee at the exact same time. The goal is to cancel the slide animation just as if 5% fist boost is being applied. You have 2 variations of this. Option A, if you're actively in a fight trading bullets, you want to slide for cover. Apply the fist and then immediately jump out of it. This grants you a moment of pure unpredictability. Option B, if you're traversing the map and not in active conflict, you slide and hold the fist until the animation is complete. The longer the animation, the more repetitive the fist equipment, the faster you are. This maximizes your travel speed. Another overlooked feature of the fist is its ability to perform double jumps. This is vital for achieving rapid high ground access and maximizing max map traversal. It turns vertical movement into a simple button press, eliminating the need for complex parkour. Now, about practice, you wouldn't only train the front of your body, would you? You need comprehensive training. This means practicing the slide cancel in every direction. Forward, left, right, diagonal, up, left, down, diagonal, anything. Every direction must feel natural and automatic. You're training your muscles to recognize all 8 movement positions as a primary escape route. We've covered the hotkey, the 15% math, and the basic slide cancel logic using the default loadout. This is just the setup. If you think this is simple, you haven't seen the advanced integrations yet. Now, watch what this looks like when you execute it correctly with a basic kit. Pay close attention to the fluid movements. Welcome back to the second step. You've mastered basic movements, which I explained in segment 1. Now you understand the basic mechanics can lead to superiority, which is fine if your goals are to be fine. But we are not here to be fine, we are here to create an unnecessary advantage. The trick is upgrading your normal 5% speed boost into a state of perfect acceleration, is cancelling the slide cancel. Yes, you heard me right, it's like breaking the 4th wall inside the 4th wall. The logic is simple, so pay close attention. When you slide and jump, you get a temporary speed burst, but that jump wastes time because you ascend, pause and then descend. It's a waste of perfectly good ground time. Here's the genius part. You crouch mid-jump. By instantly crouching after initiating the slide jump, you forcefully stop the jump. You reduce the distance that wastes time jumping, meaning you land on the ground faster. Landing faster means you logically land faster, so you can conduct the next fist jump faster. The game gets confused and you become doubly fast in the long term. Why do I say fast so many times? This is called the demonic wings. This advanced technique is critical for actual combat. The basic steps are great for map traversal, but in fights, you don't want to become a predictable target hovering 2 feet above the ground. You want to reduce your jump height. By using the instant crouch cancel, you reduce your jump height, which means you're peaking less often. If you peak more, you lose more. It's just math. This technique allows you to maintain aggressive momentum while keeping your hitbox closer to the floor. Think of it as stacked low profile mode. It's the ultimate form of self-sabotage that somehow works. Now, I know some of you are going to ask, how do I practice this incredibly complicated yet ultimately very simple technique? And I would love to write a 10-page training resume, but I'm lazy and I believe in efficiency. So here is your practice arena routine. Find a short straight wall in the training arena. You're going to attempt to slide, crouch, fist, cancel without hitting the wall. If you hit the wall, you're using too much jump height. Just do it on repeat, forward, left, right, like a highly confused NPC. The objective isn't speed at first, it's repetitiveness. You are training your fingers to recognize the specific broken sequence as a default way to move. Once you can do it 3 times in a row without hitting the wall, you can stop. That's it. You're now certified in advanced movement. You're welcome. If you are executing correctly, you should feel like you're gliding instead of bouncing. This is the hallmark of properly broken movement system. I'm going to show you a quick demo now. This is how the demonic wings looks in active gameplay. Pay close attention to sheer lack of bouncing. Welcome to the third and final step. If you've been following the instructions so far, you should be now moving likely a highly confused yet strangely fast Indian hero. Now let's turn the foundation into illegal maneuvers that will earn you a soft ban from the developer team. First, let's talk about the map. Ramps and ledges are not obstacles, they are merely tools for your exploitation. When you execute your fist slide cancel at the edge of a ramp, you don't just maintain momentum, you actually convert speed into superior jump height. It essentially acts as a launch pad. This is a physics exploit disguised as a movement tech. By doing it right at the very last frame of the ramp, the game gets confused and decides your momentum should just carry on way over there. Similarly, you can use your fist to climb mini ledges. You initiate the jump, head hit the ceiling of the mini ledge, and then execute the double jump after the initial contact. It's like using your head as a highly advanced grappling hook. This allows you to claim the high ground, which, as a certain wise man once said, means you already won 75% of the fight. The remaining 25% is just plot armor. This is where the fist stop being a movement tool and start being a necessity, an accessory to mass murder. Whenever you use explosives, grenades, satchels, or the RPG, you're by definition airborne and out of control. The game is busy launching you into the atmosphere. The Explosive Propulsion System, EPS, or just M1, is the fix. While airborne from an explosive blast, you instantly equip the fist and aim a fraction of an inch away from the explosion's direction. The fist cancel interrupts the physics engine's chaotic launch, allowing you to instantly switch the direction of your flight path. Essentially, you're using the blast to gain free air-based travel, and the fist gives you the steering wheel. You are now flying using the grenade. This is a completely normal and very intended mechanic, so trust me. Finally, we integrate the fist into our primary weapon usage because standing still is the ultimate sin. Burst rifle. After each burst, you have a moment of static downtime. Instead of waiting patiently, you perform a micro fist cancel. M1 burst, fist cancel, M1 burst. You're shooting when you need to be precise and moving when you're not. You never are a static target. The reload or bolting animation is usually a death sentence. To cancel the clocking after each shot, you perform a double fist cancel. Shoot, fist, shoot. The double tab ensures your movement speed remains at the boosted 20% rate, turning that once a mandatory pause into a moment of graceful chaotic repositioning. You'll look insane, but you'll be alive. That is the entire curriculum. We started with a basic speed boost, escalated to space-time manipulation, and ended with the advanced air combat. Now I'm going to show you all the 3 steps executed seamlessly in active gameplay. It looks highly illegal, and that's how you know it's working. Pay close attention to the sheer lack of predictable movement.
Boasting arrogant girl, worthless jealousy, you will never be going back to your broken world. And just if you can, lead to gods against the human coming out alive, or just a deadly fantasy. Yeah, just if you can, be gone in a single moment, hope you said goodbye before you know. Boasting arrogant girl, worthless jealousy, you will never be going back to your bro.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you convert a mandatory default weapon into a highly illegal air travel system. You've officially mastered the fist. Go forth and make the developers wonder if they accidentally published the wrong game. Before you turn off to start flying around the map, there are 2 quick pieces of mandatory paperwork. First, if you enjoyed learning how to commit highly complex movement crimes, you probably owe me a subscription. I accept the payment in click, so hit that subscribe button. But it's the least you can do for the transfer of this level of intellectual property. Plus, I'm hosting a massive skin case giveaway when we hit 10,000 subscribers, which is corporate speak for I need a lot of random people to join my personal army. So like this video while you're at it. Second, if you're still sitting here thinking movement tech is easy, then you need to see what I did when I took away the hardest part of the game, the entire vision of the game. Right here on screen is a video where I won a match completely blindfolded using nothing but high frequency audio data and Python script. If you want to know how to move like this, you first need to learn how to predict like this. Click that video now, otherwise you're going to be flying around the map and getting clapped. You deserve better than that. See you on the next one.